Hi, I'm Miss Tara. I'm a teacher at WQLN, and I'm excited to learn something new with you today. Every day, the first thing I think when I get out of bed is, I wonder what new and exciting things I'm going to learn today. Maybe you think the same thing. Sometimes you just don't know what you're going to want to learn about. So I just got ready like you usually do in the morning. I brushed my teeth, and I brushed my hair, and then I got dressed. And it was then that I looked in the mirror and realized, well, I look just like a bear. Actually, a black bear. I had on black shoes and black pants and this very furry, snuggly black shirt. I looked just like a black bear. And we have black bears in Pennsylvania, so I thought that was pretty cool. I ran around the house because I knew I had my stuffed bear somewhere around the house, and I grabbed him. And I got my Teddy, and when I held Teddy up next to me, he looked just like me. We were twins, because he's a black bear too. Don't we look alike? Now, I think you heard his name, Teddy, didn't you? And that's when I looked at him and thought, why Teddy? Why not Patrick? Why not Mitch? Why not Ethan, Xander, or Jim? Why Teddy? So I decided that that was what I was going to try to learn today. Why teddy bears are called Teddy. It's fun to learn where things' names come from. Maybe you wonder where your own name came from. I know one morning when I woke up and thought I'd like to learn something new, when I looked in the mirror, I thought, where did my name come from? So I ran right to the telephone and I called my mother and said, Mother, where did my name come from? And she told me the story. She told me when I was a baby and I was born in the hospital, in her room was a TV with a movie on. And in that movie was a special place named Tara. She thought it was such a pretty name that when I was born, she named me Tara. It would be fun to find out where your name came from. Maybe some of you already know. But if you don't know, it's fun to ask your parents. Maybe it came from a famous person. Maybe it came from a movie. Maybe your name was in a book. Maybe you're named after somebody special in your family. Or maybe your parents just liked your name and thought it suited you when you were born. That would be a very fun thing for you to find out. Well, anyway, back to my friend Teddy. Let me tell you what I learned about today. When I thought to myself, how am I going to find out where teddy bears got their name? I decided it was a good day to go to the bookstore. So I drove right to the bookstore and I asked the salesperson, do you have any books on where things get their names? And they did. And they took me over to this book, and the name of the book is, I'm Curious About Teddy Roosevelt. Do you hear something there in that name? Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy. And there he is, a man holding a teddy bear. So I bought this book and I took it home and I sat right down to read it. And I found out where teddy bears get their names. Would you like me to share it with you? Well, this famous man was actually one day our president, Theodore Roosevelt. Over 100 years ago, he was the president of our country. Well, his name was Theodore, and that's kind of long to say, so friends and family nicknamed him Teddy. And Teddy grew up in New York City where there wasn't very much nature, and he loved nature. He loved to be outside, he loved animals, he loved fresh air. So he took up the hobby of hunting. And one time when he was out hunting, he came across a bear. He saw the bear face to face, and instead of hunting it, he fell in love. It melted his heart. It was so precious. When it looked him in the eyes, he just didn't have the heart to hunt it. Well, that story became so famous because he was the president, and that story was in the newspaper and on the radio, and people just loved that story. Well, back in New York City where he was from, that story came to the ears of a man that owned a candy store. And that man had two little stuffed bears in his front window that his wife had sewn by hand. He decided it would be fun to name them after President Teddy Roosevelt. So he wrote the president a letter, And the president wrote back and said, "Oh, I would be honored to have a stuffed animal named after me." So the candy maker named them teddy bears. Well, they became so popular, and his wife couldn't keep sewing them, so he opened a toy factory and started making them to sell all over the country and eventually all over the world. And the name just stuck. And now today we call pretty much all stuffed bears teddy bears. Now you might give it a different name, but you still call it a teddy bear if it's a stuffed animal. Isn't that fun? I have my stuffed animal bear collection with me behind me. Would you like to see it? You might even have a stuffed animal collection too. Maybe it's bears, maybe it's something else. But let me show you a couple of my favorites. This one is mine when I was growing up. It's well loved, and its name is Tara, the teddy bear, after myself, because my mom sewed my name on the ribbon. Then I had a daughter, and her nickname is Panda. So she loved to collect panda bears, and this was her very first and very favorite panda bear called Poppy. Poppy the teddy bear. And then I had a son, and he had a special bear too. Now this little bear that he had is very well loved. I had to sew this guy several times. My son could not fall asleep without this bear, so he named him Snuggle Bear, the teddy bear. They're going to sit over here during our time together and enjoy us. Well, Teddy and I are in the mood for a song, and I just happen to know one about teddy bears. Would you like to do it with us? Well, set your bear down somewhere safe and find some open space in front of the TV, and let's sing together. I hope you stood up and found a great place where you have some room to do some fun things. I'm going to put Teddy down, and we're going to sing a song together called Teddy Bear, Teddy Bear. Here we go. Teddy bear, turn around. Teddy bear, touch the ground. Teddy bear, jump up high. Teddy bear, touch the sky. Teddy bear, get down low. Teddy bear, touch your toe. Teddy bear, turn out the light. Teddy bear, say good night. Now don't fall asleep on me. Let's turn that light back on and do it again now that you know it. Here we go. Teddy bear, turn around. Teddy bear, touch the ground. Teddy bear, jump up high. Teddy bear, touch the sky. Teddy bear, get down low. Teddy bear, touch your toe. Teddy bear, turn out the light. Teddy bear, say good night. Oh, don't fall asleep. Teddy's ready for a story. So grab a fun stuffed animal that you have near you and get snuggly for a story with us, okay? Well, Teddy and I sure had a lot of fun doing the song Teddy Bear, We hope you did too. I think the reason that song is so fun is because you get to do motions and you get to hear and say rhyming words. It's so fun to say rhyming words. Rhyming words are two or more words that sound the same. So that song has lots of them in it. Maybe you can say them after me. The first one is around ground. Did you say it at home? Good job. Isn't it fun to say and fun to hear? Also, we had high and sky. Good job. How about low and toe? And the song ended with light. Good night. Aren't those fun? Those make that song so much fun. Well, Teddy and I have a story to share with you that not only has teddy bears in it, but it also has rhyming words in it. So grab your stuffed animal and get cozy and come along with us on a teddy bear picnic. What's a picnic? Oh, a picnic is when you gather people that you love and you make lots of food and everybody brings some food to share and you play music and you sing songs and you play games and you just get to go outside and have fun. I love picnics. Maybe you've been on one before and you didn't even know it was called a picnic. Well, come along and join us for the teddy bear picnic and see how many rhyming words you can hear in the story. If you go down in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you'd better go in disguise. They are dressing up like teddy bears to go to this teddy bear picnic. That's fun. I never dressed up when I went on a picnic. For every bear that ever there was, we'll gather there for certain because today is the day the teddy bears have their picnic. If you look on their calendar, it says picnic day. Every teddy bear who's been good is sure of a treat today. There's lots of marvelous things to eat and wonderful games to play. Beneath the trees where nobody sees, they'll hide and seek as long as they please, because that's the way the teddy bears have their picnic. Did you notice that this picture is the same picture on the front cover? Oh, you did. Good job. If you go down in the woods today, you'd better not go alone. It's lovely down in the woods today, but safer to stay at home. I don't think those teddy bears look very scary, do you? For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. You said it. Picnic time for teddy bears. The little teddy bears are having a lovely time today. Do you know what game they're playing? Basketball, that's right. Watch them catch them unawares and see them picnic on their holiday. See them gaily gad about. And what game is that? I bet you said baseball and you'd be right. This picture shows all the different bears doing different things. Lots of teddies came to the picnic today, didn't they? They love to play and shout. They never have any care. At 6 o'clock, their mommies and daddies take them home to bed. And it looks like mommy and daddy even dressed up like teddy bears, didn't they? Mommies and daddies like to have fun too. Because they're tired little teddy bears. Turn out the light. Say goodnight. Just like in our song, right? Turn out the light, say goodnight. Teddy and I just love that song, but it makes us really want to have a picnic. So I think that we need to do a craft to make our own teddy bear picnic. If you'd like to do a craft with us, maybe you go get an adult or a grown-up that can help you so you can gather supplies and help us to make a teddy bear picnic, okay? All right, go get your adult. Teddy and I are so happy that you're going to make a craft with us. So I hope you went and got a grown-up to help you find some things around your house and some supplies that you can work with. And I'm going to put my Teddy down to watch. He's such a good helper. And you can put your stuffed animal by you too. Today we're going to make a little brown bear. Isn't he cute? With just a couple things that you might have lying around your house. I'm going to show you all the supplies now. Now he doesn't have to be brown. I just chose brown because my tube is brown. So you'll need a cardboard tube. And I'm using a brown one. So I'm going to make a brown bear. But some of you might have a white tube. Or you might have a black tube. You could color your tube if you want to make a different kind of bear. If you want to make a polar bear, you could take a white paper and cut it. And roll it and attach it to the tube. Or you can make a black bear and attach the black. So there's lots of choices. But I'm going to use the brown today. So I'm going to put my other paper over there. So you'll need a piece of colored paper. And if you only have white, you can color your paper too. You need a pen or a marker or crayon, a pair of scissors. These are grown-up scissors. You might have children's scissors at home, which then you would be allowed to cut. I already said you need a tube. You need some glue or tape. Now you don't need both. You can, whichever one you have around the house is good. An aerosol can lid to trace for the head. And I'm going to use a little Dixie cup for my plate at the picnic. But if you don't have a Dixie cup, you can just make your food, your pretend food out of paper. Okay, so if I look at my teddy bear, can you help me count how many parts I need to make this teddy bear? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very good counting. We need 7 parts to put our teddy bear together. We need 1 head. How many ears do we need? Good, we need 2 ears. And how many legs and paws do we need? 4, that's right, every bear has 4 paws. So I'm going to show you how to do those. And we'll start first with the head. So that's what I'm going to use my aerosol can lid for. I'm going to put it right on the paper there and trace it. I'm going to put it in the corner. If I put it right in the middle, then it will take up most of my paper and I won't have room for my other pieces. So I'm going to put it in the corner over here and trace it. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut out my teddy bear face. Now this is where if you have a grown-up helping you, they can cut out for you. But if you have children's scissors, you can use those. So I pre-cut one out just to make it go a little faster for us. Now I always draw before I glue something on or tape it, because it's much easier to draw something when you can lay it down flat. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my face. You'll need a nose, okay? And you'll have to put this over because he has different fur around his nose. And here's a bear's mouth and 2 eyes. So that's how I made my teddy bear's face. Of course, you can be creative and add anything that you want. If you want to add eyelashes, or if you want to add some color and make colorful eyes or nose, that's up to you. It's always fun to add your own flair or creativity to a project when you're making it. I just made a simple bear face. Okay, so I'll put that off to the side. I'll put all my pieces together at one time, make it easier on myself. So now I need to we've made 1 piece, and how many did we need altogether? 7, very good. So I need to have 6 more pieces to finish my bear. So I'm going to cut off the other edge of that paper where I cut out the face. And I'm going to use this for my ears. I'm going to show you a little trick that makes making 2 pieces much easier, and it makes them look alike. If you fold the paper in half, you can cut them out at one time and then they'll look exactly the same. So the ears you're just going to draw, and I'm going to draw right on. You can do it down at this part where it opens, then it won't be stuck together. See? I'm just going to draw a nice big round bear ear. See? And once again, you can have a grown-up cut out for you, or you could cut out for yourself. And for the ears, I just put little spots there on his ears. So once again, I suggest that you draw them on there first before you attach them, because it's really hard to draw on something once it's all taped together. Okay, and I'm going to put those off to the side up with my head so that I don't lose them. Be careful you don't throw it out with the scraps, because that happens sometimes. So I'm done with that. Now, since we use that trick for the ears, why not use the same trick to make the paws look the same, right? So we'll go ahead and fold that paper in half. And you remember how many paws a bear has? Remember what we counted? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can just draw 2, and when we cut it out, we'll have 4, right? So oh, these are easy to draw. You just make big hump. But same way an ear looks, only longer. so easy. And just cut those out. Now, I'm not going to waste all the time cutting those out. I'm just going to cut one out because I want to have time to show you everything. So once again, color those. And look how easy I made it. All I did was put a circle and the toes on there. So once again, you can do however you want. I just put a paw, round circle, and gave my bears have claws, right? That's how they climb trees, right? That's how they do all kind of things. So you have to put claws on it. And then you're just going to assemble it. I'm going to use tape, but you can use glue too. You might want to put your ears on first before that you stick your head on. So just attach them on there. One ear, make sure that it's kind of showing up off the top so you can see that little part that you colored. And we'll get another ear on there. Your bear won't be able to hear, right, if you don't have any ears on them. So we'll get some ears put on them. And then you can just attach them right to your tube. So you can put that on right just like that. Use some tape for that. Now I'm going to show you a trick on the paws to make them stick out, okay? I stuck it right on the front of it. I think it looks better when you stick it on the front instead of just way up high. I kind of took my little paw and I folded part of it back. Whoopsies, popped right out of my hand. If you fold it back like that, see? And then you go ahead and set it. It should set right on your tube. And then it kind of sticks out. It almost looks 3D, doesn't it? So, and then you can just put some tape right across the back or glue, whichever you have. They'll both work. So it's just whatever you have around your house available to you. See, and then he kind of looks like he's waving, doesn't he? Yeah. So when you're all done, you should have a little bear. He's so cute, right? So I'm going to push this off to the side and I'm going to show you how to take your bear on a teddy bear picnic. So what you can do is if you only have one tube at home, you can just take one bear on a picnic. So you might want to get I have a towel. This is a towel that I like to put out in my bathroom, but it was so colorful, had fireworks on it. I thought it would be fun to have out for a picnic. So I just put my little towel here and I put my bear there on a picnic because all you need is a blanket to go on a picnic and some food. So let me get my little cup that I showed you. This is a Dixie cup. But you don't have to use a cup. If you don't have a paper cup or a plastic cup laying around, you can use anything you have. Just the thing you have to use, of course, is your imagination. So the more you use that, the more fun it will be. I just cut the top right off of it. Then I have like a little bowl, little picnic bowl. And you could use markers or crayons and you can color little food inside of the bowl for the bear to eat. So I'll put that right in front of him. And my teddy bear is on a picnic. Now, if you have some extra tubes at home, you can make a whole bunch of bears. And you can have a huge teddy bear picnic like in the book. I wanted to show you some other bear choices you can make. If you have the white tube, you can make a polar bear. Of course, he wants to be at the picnic too. And I used a white tube also to make a panda bear. So you can make any bear you want. And of course, you know Teddy, he's a black bear. So why not let him go to the picnic too, right? I'll just put him right there. I made cups for all the bears and I put all berries and things that the bears like to eat in them. And you could put fish. They love to eat fish too. You can look up different things that the bears like to eat and put them in their plates. What a fun way to make a teddy bear picnic inside. If you can't go outside, you can always have your own picnic inside. You can make a picnic like this, or you could spread out a huge blanket and gather together all your stuffed animals. And maybe you could eat lunch or dinner on the floor. Wouldn't that be fun? Maybe you could even invite some friends over. That'd be a good way to have an indoor picnic when it's not nice outside. Thanks for joining in the craft. I hope you get to gather some things at home and get creative and make your own picnic. I think it's time that Teddy and I are really getting tired of sitting down. We're in the mood for another story. So grab your stuffed animal, find a cozy spot, and we're going to take you on another teddy bear adventure. Well, I'm all done with that craft, and I hope that you get to have a teddy bear picnic real soon. Well, I have one more story to share with you, but this story doesn't come from a book. Sometimes stories come from inside of you. It's fun to listen to stories from other people, and it's fun to tell stories too. This story is about a girl who had a stuffed bear, and that bear sat in her room every day on a chair. That bear would watch the girl every day. Get ready, brush her teeth, brush her hair, get dressed, leave for school, come home, do many things around the house, run errands, and be busy, busy, busy. And that little bear just looked at that girl every time he could, and thought, oh, I just love that girl so much. Well, the girl would go to sleep at night, and the bear would go to sleep at night. And the girl would wake up the next day and do the same thing. Brush her teeth, brush her hair, get dressed, go to school, come home, do errands, go to sleep. And that little bear would watch that girl day after day after day and would think, all I want to do is have that little girl pick me up and give me a hug and take me on an adventure. And one day it happened. Did you figure out by now? That little girl is me. And Teddy is the bear. Because of this lesson, I picked up my teddy bear, which I haven't picked up in a very long time, and it felt so good to hug this bear and give him love. And I got to retell him a story, and I got to share a craft with him, and now Teddy and I are going to do the teddy bear song together. So grab your stuffed animal and join with us one more time as we sing Teddy Bear, Teddy Bear. Teddy bear, turn around. Teddy bear, touch the ground. Teddy bear, jump up high. Teddy bear, touch the sky. Teddy bear, get down low. Teddy bear, touch your toe. Teddy bear, turn out the light. Teddy bear, say good night. I had so much fun with you today. Thank you for sharing the story of my teddy bear with me. Remember, boys and girls, keep reading, keep learning, and keep watching WQLN. Bye-bye.